Okay, Wilds. Half a year under your belt, coming up on Title Update 3, a crossover event on the horizon. How's the endgame looking now? Oh, well, better get hunting. Hello and welcome back, hunters. Whether you are a new 6th Fleet member or a veteran, there's no denying that capturing monsters plays an important role in hunting, more so now with the current state of Wilds' endgame. With that said, capturing monsters for the uninitiated can be a little confusing, and with new options available to us, new hunters and veterans alike should be made aware of changes to the system. Today we are looking at capturing monsters, the items needed, the methods involved, and why you should consider capturing in lieu of slaying the current endgame. Slaying and capturing have their benefits and their staunch defenders, and that's all well and good. This video will be geared towards capturing, so if you are a hunter that prefers to slay because of the thrill of the hunt, or any other personal preference, that's great. But we won't be talking about that aspect in this video. Feel free to stick around and see how the other half lives. Most large monster missions indicate a success is awarded if the monster is hunted, meaning either slain or captured. Slaying can be easier as it relies on the default, doing damage to a monster, with no other strings attached. Capturing, by contrast, requires specialized tools be brought on the hunt, at least one trap, and Tranqbombs, which must also be successfully implemented. Between the literal cost for traps and the cost of inventory space, why would you choose capture over slay? Now that we are 6 months deep in Wilds, many hunters have completed all the gear they could want, while focusing primarily on the endgame grinds of Artian weapons or the RNG Talismans. These items are rewarded in the bonus rewards or reward sections at the end of hunts, so they are only received once the hunt is completed. This means the faster you can complete a hunt, the more of these items you can accrue over time. In case you didn't know, slaying occurs when a monster's health is brought to 0, but capturing can occur once the monster's health is generally 10 to 15% remaining. All things being equal, it is always faster to capture a monster than slay it, and it is this expediency that we will weaponize to our advantage. For the sake of being thorough, let's start with the foundation of capturing. Capturing relies on traps and tranks as previously stated. We can craft and bring 2 different trap types, shock traps and pitfall traps. These traps do exactly as they imply. Shock traps, when stepped on, will begin shocking the monster, placing it in a pseudo-paralyzed state, while pitfalls create a hole that the monster gets stuck in, and they are more or less fixed in place until they claw their way back out. Traps function the same regardless of monster health, so these tools can be used as aids during a hunt to help keep the monster still for a limited amount of time. Be warned though, the more a monster is stuck in a trap, the higher their tolerance becomes for that trap, keeping them pinned less and less. When a monster is brought down to roughly 10 or 15% health remaining, the trap can now be used to capture them. The easiest indication of this health threshold is when you see these small skull icons appear over the monster on your minimap. Another clear indicator is your palico will shout out when they can be captured, like this. Placing a trap will perform the same actions as before, but now we can utilize the Tranqbombs to end the hunt. Using a Tranqbomb has the hunter slam it into the ground, breaking the pod and releasing a pink tranquilizing mist that only works if the mist cloud clips a part of the monster. 2 Tranqs are required for the monster to reach the capture threshold, and if done correctly, the victory music will play. And that's all there is to it. That is Capturing 101. Here are some tips that can help you with capturing monsters and help you keep your stockpile of trapping materials. Traps are made with Traptools, which can be purchased for 200 Zenny from the provision stockpile, 100 Zenny if they are having a sale, so be on the lookout. The shock traps are made with Thunderbug capacitors, and the pitfall traps are made with nets, which are ivy and spiderwebs combined. The Tranqbombs are made with Parashrooms and sleep herbs, and all 5 of these items can be gathered in the wild or farmed via the material retrieval system. So if you are in need, check out this video here for some optimal farming combinations. Also, fun fact, monsters can be caught with your palico. Your feline companion has the ability to occasionally lay down a specialized shock trap that looks different from the one that we place, but functions identically. If the monster is low health and gets caught in this version, the monster is still capturable. This is not possible with and does not include environmental traps like great Thunderbugs or vines. Second, the Tranqbombs can be administered prior to the capture, but they have a very short timer, around 30 seconds or less. If traps have been used frequently throughout the hunt and the monster has a significantly lower trapped time limit, administering the Tranqs prior to the trap will allow for the capture. Tranqbombs can also be converted into two other Tranq types, knives and ammo. Knives will allow for the Tranq to be fireable from your slinger, giving you an option for a ranged Tranq, and ammo will do the same but is accessed only by the bowguns as an alternative ammo type. Lastly, as monsters are typically fleeing back to their nest once they are weak enough to be captured, an easy method to do so is wait for them to go to sleep in their nest. Tranqbombs will not wake up a sleeping monster as they do no damage, so tranking them, then trapping them, will bring the fight to a close before the monster even knows what hit it. Okay, I know I said lastly, but there is one final item that should be known. In past Monster Hunter games, the monsters with the classification of Elder Dragon could not be caught. While we don't technically have any of those in Wilds yet, be aware that not every monster will be capturable. Check your large monster field guide to see if a certain trap works on a particular monster, and if this spot here looks like this, then this monster cannot be captured. As of now, the Shocktrap will work on all monsters except Raydao and Gypsyros, the Pitfall trap will not work on Jindahad, and neither will work on Zoshia, with the latter two also being non-catchable. Capturing is a fantastic tool for us hunters as it can prevent 10 to 15% of the fight, saving us from potentially mission failure if the carts have been used, expedites the fight to more quickly gather the mission completion rewards like the RNG Talismans and the Artian materials, and capturing gives equal chance for rare materials and counts towards title progression, so don't be afraid that you are missing out by doing so. If you are new to Monster Hunter, I hope this guide was helpful in teaching you how to capture, and if you are a veteran, I hope this refresher course gave you at least one new piece of knowledge. If you liked the video, leave me a like. If you have any tips for hunters about capturing, feel free to leave them in the comments, and if you aren't already, please consider subscribing to the channel and/or joining the Patreon. May your RNG be kind and the desire sensor be blind. Good luck, hunters. Goodbye for now, but not for long.